Hello folks, I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough on the 2023 Classic Convertible Mini Cooper. So first I'm going to start off with the key fob. So this here is the key fob that comes with the vehicle. On this key fob you can see there are 3 buttons. The very top button simply unlocks the vehicle. This middle button will lock the vehicle. And then this third button, if you actually hold it down for just a second or two, it will release and unlock the trunk of the vehicle. So you'll hear that sound. Once it's unlocked, you could simply just pull it, and now the trunk space opens up. So now that the trunk is open, this is the space that you have for the trunk. Keep in mind, this is a convertible, so a lot of the trunk is used up for the convertible top. However, you still have a pretty good amount of room inside this trunk to put in your luggage, anything you'd like. There's these little levers here on either side of the vehicle that allows those 2 seats in the back to fold down, just to give you some more length in the trunk. Also, if you want to create a larger gap here, you could do so. I'm not going to do it right now just because I have one hand and it gets a little clunky. But you're going to notice there's these little levers here where it says easy load on both sides of the car. All you got to do is just pull these up. And once you pull this up and you pull that one up, this will lift up a little bit. So this will give you some more space. Just put some luggage in case you're having a hard time getting it through this space right here. Keep in mind, if you bring this up, you will not be able to use the convertible top. The sensors on the vehicle will need to ensure that these levers are locked in place and down. So whenever you can, try to not mess with this. That way you can utilize the top. But if you need to, you can. Just ensure before you bring the top down that these levers are back in place and locked just like so. All right, so now that we took a look at the trunk, we're going to take a look inside the vehicle and we'll show you a few of the things there. Remember to unlock the vehicle, it's going to be your top button right here. And once you open it up, you'll see that fairly simple inside of the vehicle. You'll have to make sure your key fob is on you or near you in order to start the car. And just like most cars nowadays, you put your foot on the brake. Instead of a button, it's this little lever here, bright red. You could toggle this either up or down and it'll start the vehicle, and it's the same lever to turn off the engine of the vehicle. So simply start the car and that'll start the vehicle up. Okay, now that we are inside the 2023 Mini, I'm going to give you a quick rundown here. Pretty simple. Here's going to be your door handle. Pop this open here so that you could have your unlock, your lock. You're also going to have your mirror controls right here. You're going to have your driver's seat window, passenger seat window, and this lever here will control all 4 windows of the car. Here, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of this little digital console display right here. So just a really quick overview. You're going to have, it's all touchscreen. It does have these controls down here at the bottom that you could utilize as well if you don't want to use a touchscreen, or you could just use the touchscreen here. Most people just use this touchscreen. You're going to have the media. Once you go into media, you're going to have your satellite radio, FM, AM. You do have Bluetooth capability. Feel free to add your Bluetooth. That's my Bluetooth right there. But when you rent the car, obviously you could upload your Bluetooth, and you could also utilize Apple CarPlay through the USB. So there is a USB port. I'm going to show you right here. You can just plug your your phone, your iPhone, into this USB port here, and that'll give you the Apple CarPlay. I just have 2 additional ports here for you to utilize as well, and I'll keep that there in the car for you. Going back here to this display, there's other settings, and you could feel free to go through the settings if you would like. Some of the settings, if you go into the Mini, are going to be a lot of different profiles about the vehicle and different technology within the vehicle. However, you're going to notice if you start going through this that there's a setting for tracking. Please do not remove the tracking of the vehicle in the case of an emergency or anything that happens and I need to help you out. It's simply going to help me help you, just knowing where the car's at, giving you directions, anything of that sort. So please, please, please do not remove the tracking settings of the vehicle. Right here, you're gonna have your gauges. So on this left-hand side, you're gonna have your RPMs. On the right-hand side, you're gonna have your gas gauge. And right here in the center, you're going to have your speedometer. So that's gonna be just your basic controls, steering wheel controls. You're gonna have your volume, your tracks, and then some communications for your phone control. And then on this left-hand side, you are going to have some of the cruise control features that are on the car. Back here, these levers, this is going to be your windshield wiper. So the car should be on auto. So it's auto sensing for windshield wipers. You're going to see that the little green button is on when it's on auto. If you move this one notch up, it's going to put the wipers on the low setting speed manually. And then if you go one more notch up, it'll go into high speed in manual mode. And if you go all the way to the bottom, it'll just be completely off. Currently, auto there is not on. You see the it's not lit. So wipers are completely off. So I would just recommend just to keep it on auto in the event that it starts raining. It'll just set it up for you. And then these are just your wiper speeds. This little notch right here. This is pretty basic. You're gonna have your up and down for your blinkers. And then down here, you're gonna also have your lights as well. So this is set for auto right now. So I would recommend just leave this there in case you accidentally move this. Just go ahead and move it back to auto with your daylight savings on all the way there to the left. So that's where you want to be at. Going to quickly recap. This is a cell phone holder. This is optional on the car. If you purchase the cell phone holder for the rental time, I'll keep this on for you. And if you do not have it, then I'll just remove it so it's not in your way. I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of the top on how it works. It's actually a two-step process. This has a moonroof or sunroof setting, and also obviously the entire convertible top goes down. So I'm gonna show you how it works. All you're gonna do is you're gonna pull this little lever here where it has a little icon of the convertible of the car, and you're gonna pull this back, hold it back, and this is going to open up the sunroof portion of the top. And once you do that, it's just gonna stop, and it's gonna stop right there. You could drive around the beach, go wherever you'd like, just like this. However, if you want to get the complete effect and go all the way to the top down, you're gonna have to go back to this button here and pull it back one more time. And now the top will actually remove, go all the way back. Once it's set up, it'll say retractable top movement complete, and that way you could go ahead and start driving and go about your way. Also to note, in order for you to move these seats, there's a little lever right here. Just pull this lever up and you'll be able to slide the seat back and forth. If you'd like to get somebody into the back, easiest way, there's a lever right here. That little lever, just pull this up, and then this will allow the seat to slide forward and create some space for your back room, your backseat passengers there. Quick rundown on some of these controls. These are really basic controls. You can have your AC settings with your temperature control, your fan speeds, and your vent controls right here. You're gonna have your AC, whether it's on or off, circulation of the vehicle on or off, and then a defogger there in the front. The car automatically is set to have the engines kind of go into this idle state just to save gas. I would recommend to keep that on so that you can save a little bit of gas while you're driving around. It is a 3-cylinder, so this is pretty good in gas mileage overall, but this helps even more. And then also keep this on as well. This is going to be for your some of the traction control So you want to make sure that that stays on while you're driving in the vehicle. You're gonna notice these two little buttons here. This is gonna be just your regular hazard controls. This little button here, this little green circle, this is gonna just keep this on. This is just gonna make sure that you are as safe as possible while you are driving around. This does have lane departure warning, so if you are kind of veering off your lane, the steering wheel may shake a little bit just to warn you and to remind you that you're veering off. So just keep this on. This will just keep you as safe as possible as you're driving around in the vehicle. I do ask, in the vehicle there is no smoking or vaping, please. So please be conscious. No smoking and vaping. Also, when you return the vehicle, please wash the vehicle. Just clean the vehicle out. Just give it a quick vacuum. Try to clean it up and just try to return it the same way as you received the vehicle. You can see that the gas right now is low, but before you rent the vehicle, I am going to make sure that you have a full tank of gas. And I just ask when you return the vehicle also to return it with a full tank of gas unless you paid for the prepaid fuel. In that case, don't worry, I got you. So no need to fill it up if you purchase the prepaid fuel. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to bring the top back up, and it's going to be a very simple process, just what we did earlier, just in reverse. So we're going to go back to this little icon here with the top, and you are going to hold it down, and the windows will automatically go down, and the top will start to come up. If you release it too early, you're going to get this message: retractable top not locked. You want to make sure this is held all the way down until everything is completely sealed. And then at this point, now you could let it go and you don't get any warning signs. Keep in mind, this is South Florida. Rainstorms come out of nowhere. So if you park the vehicle, please put the top back up completely if you are parking the vehicle. It could be really nice and sunny, and all of a sudden a storm shower comes through and everything in the car will get wet. So let's make sure everything stays nice and dry. So please, once you park the vehicle, just go ahead and close the top there. So this concludes the quick review of the 2023 Mini Cooper Convertible Classic. I hope you found this informative, and I really hope you enjoy your trip on this vehicle. I'm sure you will. It is South Florida, sunny Miami, in a convertible. You can't ask for any better. This is a great car, great ride, fun to drive, fun to cruise around the beach, all of South Florida, whether you're just staying down here in Miami, whether you're heading down to the Keys or somewhere else. It is a great car to drive around and really just soak up the entire ambience of South Florida. So I hope you all have a great trip, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask.